Next question up is a question I really like. So I'm just going to read it to you and then we'll get into it. For context, he says, I'm coming I'm coming back off of a mentally stressful period and more recently from being ill to the point where I haven't trained. Training is way under my target weights and I feel weak and I'm struggling to concentrate mentally. I'm fretting over technique, whereas training before was going really well just a few months ago. Hence the training above targeted weights question that I asked then. I want to get back there. So my question is, what's the best way forward? What can I do based on RPE and build momentum? What can I do based on RPE to build momentum back up to my target weights over time? Is there something else that can be done? I really like this question. So from a philosophical standpoint, we do everything we can to give you the best possible program that we can deliver. And this is just kind of philosophically, you could say the same thing even if you're writing your own program, that you're doing your absolute best to build the best program for you at this point in time. So we need to acknowledge that there may be some programming changes that need to be made based on where you are in the cycle and things like that. But outside of that, outside of some peaking issues, the training probably doesn't need to change drastically. It probably doesn't need to change a huge amount. So what you're left with is basically an attitude shift. The training is designed to take you from where you are to stronger as quickly as you reasonably can go. So what you need to do then is to execute the training to the best of your ability. And for a lot of people, I don't know if you're in this situation or not, but for a lot of people, they have an issue in a situation like this where the training weights are down, and it's easy to push them a bit too hard, like, gosh, that was really a 9 RPE and that's as heavy as I'm supposed to go today. But I want to do another set. I want to add more weight to the bar so I can get back to where I was, So they end up doing that anyway. And then they overshoot the RPE. They're doing too much volume or, their volume takes a hit even because they can't complete the required workload or something along those lines. Basically it's a bad training decision. And bad training decisions can sometimes snowball into more bad training decisions until you end up pretty far off course. What's important for you to do at this stage is step one is kind of accept where you're at. It's an unfortunate situation. It led to your strength going down and you're less confident and so on. You are where you are. There's nothing more that you can do about it at this point. You have to accept where you're at so that you can move forward. So the way that you move forward from here is to lift the weights that you can lift and build momentum from here. So stick to your RPEs, hit the weights that you're capable of lifting, and then next week, try to build on last week, not a month ago. So don't rush too quickly to get to that PR, because if it's a reach and it causes a mislift or maybe you get out of position, it can snowball. So my recommendation is to accept where you're at and rebuild from there. And that will allow you to rebuild in a responsible way. I mean, you don't have to be happy with it. You don't have to be happy with where you're at, and you probably won't be. I'm not. So there's a difference between being satisfied and just accepting it. You're going to get back, and it won't take that long probably. But it will take longer if we make bad training choices. So that's kind of the main thrust of it. And it's more psychological. Dealing with situations like this is more psychological than anything else. So I hope that helps you. Good luck moving forward. Please let me know if there's anything I can do.